Hello my house, I'm Athina and I'm grateful that you are here with me today. Today we are going to look at your month of October, but slightly different because I found this spread in the tarot and divination community Amino that I am in and part of. My soul sister she once shared this spread with us that came from a booklet of her zombie tarot. And because we are thinking of doing something themed for October, she shared this with us and I saw this spread and I was like, I need to use that for my channel. So normally I use my self-made spread to look into your month ahead, but today I'm going to use the eyeball spread from the zombie tarot to see into your month ahead. I will be talking about the questions here in your groups and explain better how this is going to work, because I am slightly doing the spread a little bit different so that it fits with us. So yeah, and because of the October theme and Halloween theme, I'm happy that I was drawn towards two of my darkest deck. This one came recently. I have never used it, not even on myself yet. So yeah, it fits the themes. I'm happy. Only one deck is a little bit out of the theme because I only have those two decks that are a little bit on the darker side. Yeah. Hopefully next year I have one more deck so that October is going to be a banger. But yeah, let's hop right into how you can choose your group or groups. You can choose your group based on the color of the dice, blue, orange and red, the number 1, 2 or 3. You can also choose based on the deck that is in front of you or the crystals that I will share and show to you when I go to the pile selection. Of course, you can also pick your group based on the timestamp that is in the description down below. Maybe there is your lucky number there or a number that you are seeing often. And after I've introduced all the decks and the crystals, I will be putting in some music for meditation for 1 minute. And after that 1 minute meditation, there will be a Clairaudiant selection where I'll be playing a different tune on my guitar. So you can choose based on the tune that resonates with you, or you hear it more clearly or louder than the other. Whatever fits your shoe. Yeah, that's it. And now let's go to the piles. Pile number 1, you have the Mermaid Tarot. And to see the artwork, here is one random card. You've got the 3 of Wands. Your crystal is this one here that I forgot the name of. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is. I've used a rock identifier. It says that it's a suicide, but when I look at pictures, suicide is more of greenish than this one. In my app that I have with all my crystals down, this is under 2 light, so I have no idea. If you know what type of crystal this is, I would love to hear you. So, pile number 2, you've got the Dark Heart Tarot, my newest deck. Your random card is the Ace of Crystals or the Ace of Wands. Your crystal is the opalite. Pile number 3, you've got the Children of Letha Tarot. Your random card is something that I need to hide. Your card is Strength. And your crystal is this Imperial Jasper. So, hiding because of YouTube. So you can take all the time that you need. I will be leaving you now with 1 minute meditation music. Of course, you can always go back with the timestamp to meditate a little bit more if you need to, as well as going through the pile selection again or the Clairaudiant selection again. And I will be seeing you at your piles. See you later. Hi, pile number 1, you chose the Mermaid Tarot. There's 2 light suicide, I don't know what crystal. And this is going to be your reading for the month ahead of October. So let me explain how I'm going to use the eyeball spread. So I'm going to change a little bit the things here on the questions because it is a little bit unclear what it means. But the first card represents the previous month, so I will look at this as the previous month of August. This card represents an overview of the current month. I will look at this as this being September, because when you watch this video, it's still September. It's the end of September, but still September. Then we have 3 to 6 represents the first week, the second week, the third week, and the fourth week. I'm going to look at this as the first week of October, the second week of October, the third week of October, and the fourth week of October. And the last one is this card represents possibilities for the next month. Here I'm going to look at the possibilities for the month of October. So we have enough things that will mention October. So then of course we have some oracle decks to get us more information after the tarot portion. So let's get started. I forgot to mention this in the intro, but now that I'm going to shuffle, I can say it while shuffling. The month of October will be themed readings, so I will be diving a bit into the shadow and hidden things, as well as the subconscious, without to spoil too much. But yeah, make sure to stick around for October, because it's going to be a little bit themed, a little bit darker, a little bit shadow worky. I think so. I don't know. I didn't make the videos yet. But yeah, the readings I try to make it so that it fit the theme of October, Halloween a little bit. So. Let's go. Please read, guys, what card represents the month of August for pile number 1? Which card represents the month of August? So I'm going to put it like the spread like I had there, the eyeball. It came up upright, so I remember that. So please read, guys, a card to represent the month of September for pile number 1. Okay, this one here in the middle. So then a card for pile number 1 to represent the first week of October. A card to represent the first week of October for pile number 1. I'm talking about October 20. Yeah, nope. Talking about the month of October 2023. A card to represent the first week. Well. Where does this go? Here. Then please read, guys, a card to represent the second week of October for pile number 1. The second week of October 2023. A card to represent the second week of October 2023 for pile number 1. Please read, guys. Thanks. Then please read, guys, a card to represent the third week of October 2023 for pile number. Well, this not. But there's one card that came out of this little pile and landed like this on something, so I will take that one. So, a card to represent the fourth week of October for pile number 1, October 2023. A card to represent the fourth week of October 2023. Yeah, this one. And now I am struggling for space. It's going to be a little bit morphed, the eyeball. So, a card to represent the possibilities of the month of October for pile number 1. A card to represent the month of October 2023, the possibilities. The possibilities of pile number 1's month of October 2023. Please read, guys, a card to represent the possibilities for the month of October 2023 for pile number 1. Please read, guys, a card to represent the possibilities. Thanks a lot. We have Temperance in reverse. Okay. So, I'm sure you cannot see the cards because of the glare. So it's going to be a little bit darker, but at least you can see the cards. It's a bit morphed, the eyeball. But nevertheless, let's start. The previous month of August is represented by the Magician. So your month of August was... it's getting warm. It feels like some interesting spirit is around me. Really high vibrational, because always when I get warm, it's someone that has a high vibration that is around me. So I don't know who it is, but well, either way, they come from a place of love and light. Well, either way, I don't know why I was trying to tell you. Maybe it's because you have a guide like this around you, and you feel yourself getting warm if you work with your spirit guides, angels, and so on. But yeah, your month of August is represented by the Magician. So it means that in the month of August, you had all the resources you needed to make something new. In the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you see the Magician holding a wand upwards and with his arm stretched out to the sky, and then one other arm stretched out to the ground, pointing with the finger on the ground. And this means bringing something from the space of thoughts, also the spirit world, into the physical. So having an idea and making it something physical, like having the idea of writing a book, a story, and then writing into existence, and then printing it out to have a physical form as a book. So this would be one of the most best example that I can give. But the Magician is also someone that is really skilled and knows how to bring creation here. It's talking about creating from a source outside of us into the physical, because as I said that it stretched out upwards with the hand. Wait, I'm going to show it. I like to be a visual person. So, this is a deck that I'm using only for myself to learn the meanings of the Rider-Waite-Smith correctly. Here it is. So, you will never see this deck as a deck for doing readings for you, but here you see the Magician is holding a wand out, stretched out, and bringing it down. So taking the idea from outside, from an outside source, you would say, and making it physical. And with the infinity symbol here on top, it means that he has no limitations to what he can manifest and bring into this world, as well as having the wisdom of the universe within himself to make those things possible, to create what he wants to create. So, I hope I made it myself. It was clear enough, the explanation. So you probably created something in August. You had an idea to create something in August, and so on. So now, this card represents the month of these two cards represent the month of September. We'll have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Swords upright. I'm a little bit curious on how this deck looks at the Queen of Wands when she is in reverse. So let me look at it. Reversed. Mostly it has questions, so it's going to be hard because the guidebook doesn't mince words. So, yeah, be prepared. Be mentally prepared to get called out. Don't worry, I always get called out by my cards as well. So reverse. Do you know what happens when you don't use the fire inside of you? It is one of two things. It burns out or rages out of control. One of these two is happening to you right now. You are either overly reactionary and are finding yourself triggered by everything or everyone, or you are finding it hard to be inspired. When you don't capitalize on the Queen's gift, it will turn on itself and become self-destructive. The trick to this card is finding the balance between creative potential and burnout. Only you will know what that balance is for you and your current situation. Oh, well, it didn't call you out that much, but I certainly can see this with the Queen of Wands in reverse. As a fire sign myself, I'm either burning with a lot of passion and I'm doing things that I'm passionate about, but I get burned out because I don't care for myself, as I need to take rest and so on and so forth, and then I am left with no energy. Or I'm totally uninspired, not creative, there's no fire and no spark in me, and I just do nothing because I don't feel the motivation. And that's when normally, for normal people, discipline comes in and you do the things even if you are not inspired. Sometimes the inspiration and the passion comes after you started it, and that is something that I'm struggling with writing. It's one of my creative outlets, writing stories. But I'm not feeling inspired. But as soon as I just put myself in front of my laptop and start writing, it just flows out of me. And I can write for hours if it happens. So you may also have had a new idea, because the Ace of Swords came out upright, with thoughts, new thinking pattern, new ideas, new communication, even if this has something to do with communicating with someone else. But looks like that you may have not really taken action upon this idea that may have come from August, because you either felt uninspired or you burnt yourself out, and now you are in this loop of not doing much. But yeah, let's see if this changes throughout the month of, what is it? October. So the first card represents the first week of October, and we have here the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So the Six of Swords is all about leaving turbulent and chaos behind. So you may have had a chaotic thought pattern, behavior. It could also be, it was not really the best thing in the world, I would say, but you are leaving that behind. You are moving away from it at a fast pace because of the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the suit. Someone that is highly intelligent, thinks, maybe not always thinks things through, but his assets are his ideas, his communication, his strategic plans, and thoughts are fast. it comes and goes like a car on the highway. I say this because there was somewhere where I listened to guided meditation that would say that think of your thoughts as cars passing by. See them and let them pass. Because that's something you do also when you see car passing by. You see them, but you don't judge it, or you just let it pass by. That same goes with the thoughts. Just let it pass by. The thoughts that came from a place of chaos, turbulence, maybe also negativity. So you are freeing yourself from those thoughts in the first week and moving forward. So maybe you find a little bit of spark in the first week of October to start taking action upon what you want to create. Then at the second week of October, we have the Five of Wands. Now, I am thinking about the Five of Wands. What's this card about? Conflict. Just checking the guidebook for the minute. The Five of Wands upright. The Five of Wands brings with it a promise of greatness, but whether or not things turn out to be a great success or a great debate is really up to you. What will you do with the power that is currently being offered to you by the Five Wands? You have within you your reach the energy and magic you need to bring that goal or dream even closer. Just know you cannot allow yourself to get flustered or sidetracked, or you could blow it all up. Well, really interesting. It takes a completely different take from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, because I thought the Five of Wands would be conflict, but maybe I'm getting confused with the Seven of Wands. But yeah, as the guidebook said, you have in the second week the power and the strength, and I think as well as the inspiration and the energy to make your goals come true. But as it said, pay attention to not burn yourself out or to let the energy explode, because that's what fire does. So, and I hope that my candle is not going to give up the light. So yeah, I think that is everything that needed to be said about the Five of Wands. The guidebook really pointed it to a T. Then the third week of October, we have the moon in reverse. So let me see. This is an interesting card. This mermaid is singing through the night. It reminds me a little bit of the story that sirens, when it's night, they would sing to lure out the sailors from the boat into the water, and well, do things that would never allow the sailor to ever come back to life. I think is the story and the legend. But the moon card is normally a card that talks about the unknown. Stepping into the unknown, having secrets and so on. So maybe there is going to be a secret revealed to you in the third week of October. Why is that red moon? A secret being revealed. Maybe you stepping out of the darkness into the light and moving forward. I'm not sure. Somehow the image of the moon is giving me something else. So I'm just going to read it from the guide. The moon reversed. Okay. Be prepared for being called out, maybe. Reverse. Are you scared of the dark? Many people resist looking into the darkness, scared of what they might find. The sounds they hear. Noise behaves differently at night and can make you believe things that aren't true, which might be why you are currently hiding under the covers waiting for the light to return. The problem is that night falls every 24 hours, so you are eventually going to have to take a look around and see what exactly has you spooked. I think this is not something outside of you that you should get spooked by something in your home or something. I think it's talking more about something that you are not facing that comes from within, a fear, something you fear of feeling, something you fear of really acknowledging it. It could be anything. Like in spirituality, if you want to lead a good life, you have to change yourself. You have to heal yourself from wounds of the past, from bad habits, to change those bad habits into habits that are more in alignment with your goals and your dreams. And this is not a walk in the park. Most of the people, they want to have the things and the dreams come true, but they don't want to put in the work and change themselves from within. To look at their dark side, to look at their shadow side. Those parts of themselves they may want to hide and not acknowledge. Like, let me think of. For example, in my case, I'm someone, I have a hard time dealing with my emotions. Because of circumstances from the past that made me just close off my emotions and not acknowledge them. And I would use things outside of myself to distract myself so that I don't have to feel those emotions and the thoughts that would keep spiraling me down into the darkness. So what did that do to me? I started watching, as an example, I started watching animation from Japan, for those that don't know what anime is. And I would binge watch. And when I was done with one anime, I would search for the next one and binge watch that too. I was distracting myself to not feel, to not acknowledge my thoughts and see that I needed to feel the emotions that came up, to see why I had these thoughts and process them. But because I was distracting myself and made a habit of binge watching, I would not study. And I would study like 3 days before a test. And so I would either, there was 2 possibilities. I would either get a failing mark, or I would barely pass. In some cases, I was a little bit up from the barely passing, because I would pay attention in classes. So that was the only thing that sometimes would help me out of my situation, is that I would pay attention in classes if it was something that interested me, because I sometimes would also just drift off into daydreaming while in school, because I didn't like my present situation and I didn't want to face my emotions, and I had it like I put it in a box and closed it off. But because I would do this all the time and distract myself with something else, all the emotions that I was trying to put into this small box someday would burst out. And so I would lie in the night on my bed and cry myself because I was sad, because I perceived that I was not being my authentic self to the others around me, because like I would cry in the night and the next day I would have a smile on my face, and when someone asked me how I was saying good, but in fact I was not good at all. My inner world was chaos. It still is sometimes. I've confessed. I still haven't figured out how to acknowledge my feelings and feel them. But I'm trying to when something comes up, feel them and ask myself, why is this coming up? How can I make and show myself that I'm not this? Like, for example, some weeks ago, I felt incredibly lonely. I don't know why I felt so lonely. Even though I have people around me that love me for who I am, and so on, I still felt lonely, like something was missing. So I just listened to sad songs when I was alone in my bed, and cried and said to me that you're not lonely, you have people outside. Yeah, you may want a romantic relationship, but the time's not right yet. And this is something that should not feel your loneliness. Find how somehow a way. Maybe I felt lonely because I was not paying attention to myself and I was not there for myself, like being my own best friend. So there is a lot of possibilities to reflect upon the feelings, but feelings are not to be analyzed, though. It should be felt. So I let myself feel lonely. And after that I didn't feel lonely anymore. I will see how it goes. But yeah, that was a side tangent there. But it was an example to explain the inner world of yourself, the emotional part of yourself. So let's continue with the 4th week of October. You have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about learning something new the traditional way. Like, for example, you want to start learning how to read tarot cards. So the traditional way for you to learn is to get the Rider-Waite-Smith deck and the correct meanings of the Rider-Waite-Smith, and not something you find on the internet with only keywords, or using your intuition to interpret the cards, because all the cards, they have a meaning. They were designed and painted in this way for a reason. So most of the times when people call themselves tarot readers, sometimes they don't read the cards, but they channel messages from their guides. So it's more like they are channeling and not reading the cards, because reading the cards would be really plain, as in just reading what the guidebook says. No intuition needed, just logical sense. So tarot reader would be someone that reads the cards and the meanings and looks the connection to the cards within, to see the story but within the meanings of all the cards, and not like, the moon card, she's singing, so maybe you are singing something, or you want to sing, or you want to be a singer. That's not the meaning of the card. That would be just interpreting the image and taking something out of nowhere. So to be now the black sheep of the tarot community. But yeah, like the traditional way of reading the cards, getting a book, there are books that has the words of Rider-Waite-Smith on how he wanted his cards to be read, because it is a system, a reading system that you are learning with the Rider-Waite-Smith, and there are different systems and different cards. For example, the Rider-Waite-Smith is one system closed off on itself. Then there is the French system called La Marseille. This is one system, and the cards have different meanings from the Rider-Waite-Smith, so you read those cards differently than in the Rider-Waite-Smith. Then there is the Thoth from Aleister Crowley. This is one system, and again, the meanings are different from the Marseille and from the Rider-Waite-Smith, so you have to use the meanings of the deck that you have to be in the correct tarot system. And that would be traditional reading cards, the traditional way of reading cards, using the system of the tarot deck. So for example, this deck here is a collector's edition. Like, it takes some of the images that you have on the Rider-Waite-Smith, and the images also differ, meaning that this is based on Rider-Waite-Smith but not it. So the best way to learn the system of this deck is by learning what the guidebook says here in it, but I don't do it. I sometimes pick on the meanings of the Rider-Waite-Smith that I know and use that. And if you've seen me when I'm really not sure because the card is telling me something different, I go to the guidebook. So on explaining how to do it traditionally, and this can be with anything. It doesn't have to be tarot. It could be learning how to traditionally draw. Like, I don't know, there are people that said that you start to draw if you can make one line perfectly without any waves or whatever. I don't know how you learn to draw, but, or like reading a book, you don't, traditionally speaking, when you are from the Western culture, you start reading from here, like from left to right, and from here to here. And in Japan, I know that the books start from here and you go there, like this, at this side. And depending on how it's written, that you can read it from up down, like this, or as well as this, depending on how it looks like. But yeah, that's how you traditionally read a book, from left to right, or depending if you are from a culture that reads it from right to left, then of course that is the tradition in your thing. But you cannot, like in English, you cannot read from right to left. It would not make sense. So that was a lot of tangent as well, but let me see, just for the curiosity, the Hierophant in this deck, when we were talking about traditionally looking at tarot cards. So upright, history is important, like it or not, you are a product of your history and your ancestral history all rolled up into one. This is why the Hierophant always seems to have a quill in her hand and a book under her arm. It is her job to retell the stories that shape the rules you now live by, and your liking them is not even close to being the point. Rules are in place for a reason. History has some very important lessons. Listen, read, and learn. Yeah, it's like my soul sister, the one that shared the eyeball spread with us. She sees people wanting to read tarot cards, but not doing it the traditional way with meanings, but only relying on interpretation, on intuition. That's totally okay as well. But for her, she comes from a traditional tarot reading tradition that no one gets to learn if you are not chosen by the tarot reader. So it's hereditary tarot that is passed by word for word and not by books or anything. Well, they have books and notes, but it will never be shared to anyone else. And she said it's like they are wanting to read tarot cards with different rules. It's like playing chess with backgammon rules. It's not chess anymore. And yeah, I am probably making myself some haters, but whatever. I am at least being truthful and authentic and saying how the things are. And if you don't like it, then maybe this is not the channel for you. But yeah. Then the card represents possibilities for the month of October. We got the Temperance. Was it upright or was it reversed? Reversed, okay. Sorry, I had to listen to the guides. There may be an unbalancing. We had this as well with the Queen of Wands. Reverse, where it talks about that you need to find the balance within yourself. So the possibilities of the month of October is that you may not still be in balance, but that's okay. It's like a pendulum. Hold on. Let me get my pendulum. It's like a pendulum. You want to find the balance being here, but you need to go to extreme this side, sorry for bumping into you, to this side, totally unbalanced, and then go back here, totally unbalanced still, and find your way till you find the middle ground. So you go from one extreme to the next extreme, and by doing so, you slowly start learning how to get yourself in the middle ground of those two extremes, whatever extreme and situation this is talking about. I'm also getting the meaning of alchemy. Like using something and making it differently. Like, for example, using the feeling of anger and rage to make something, to make a painting, to express your feelings into a painting. And maybe your painting is going to be red and black and like this big strokes. Instead of like when you would paint something with love, you will be more softer, using more pastel colors. For example, I don't paint, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. So don't take my artwork, my sense of art as this is art. No, it's just how I would do it if I could. So you are taking this energy and creating something from it. You're making out of something completely different. But temperance. I like the guidebook. I like the guidebook. So here, temperance reverse. When you are out of step with temperance or have failed to fully engage in your time with her, you may notice that all the timed events of your life are a little off. Nothing seems to line up. People in your life keep missing each other. Places you want to go seem to always be out of reach. And things you want never seem to coincide with your flow of abundance. Everything just feels out of step, out of sync, missing some crucial piece of information. Perhaps next time you will pay better attention to temperance and her ways. What? No, that's not the meaning of temperance. Sorry. But now I'm going to show you the correct meaning of the Rider-Waite-Smith with temperance. So let me grab the book. If you want to it's a PDF. If you want to learn the traditional way of Rider-Waite-Smith, holistic tarot, and integrative approach to using tarot for personal growth. For those that read tarot cards, this is your book to go to learn the Rider-Waite-Smith meanings. The correct ones, the traditional ones. So let me get temperance here. So I'm going to read it. I don't know what will come up because I never read it in reverse till now, so may trigger warning. I don't know. So reverse meaning temperance is an important factor in the current problem, but the seeker, in this case you, my viewer, and my owl, but is not applying it. The card in reverse is a warning to do a better job tempering and bringing harmony to the contrasting elements currently in the seeker's life. Temperance in reverse also suggests excess, overflow, and corpulence. The card in reverse could indicate either physical obesity or figurative obesity as a result of neglecting temperance. The seeker's mind or body is out of balance as a result of excess. The temperance card in reverse suggests the seeker's inability or the intent refusal to curb cravings, usual cravings of physical nature. In my case, it would be cravings of sugar and chocolate. When the temperance card appears in reverse, the seeker is urged to devote greater attention to his or personal health. And no matter what the matter at hand is, do not let it adversely affect seeker's well-being. There is an emotional, mental, or spiritual imbalance within the seeker that is quickly manifesting as a physical imbalance. Oh, that is quite nice to... Because I've when I was in Greece, I've read a book about healing. Let me get it. You don't need to know Reiki or any other energy healing modalities. There are techniques that you don't need to get attuned. But the little book of energy healing techniques by Karen Frazier, and she even mentions in her book that imbalance of spiritual and emotional thing can cause physical symptoms. So like, for example, I was in school because I was distracting myself with anime and so on, and I would start learning and doing my projects at the last call, I would get stressed out because I would do the things while in stress, and doing that for a longer time of period, because I was so stressed out, I was basically burning myself out because I needed to have this done fast. The stress, the emotion of it, and also my mental state of why didn't you start sooner, and basically putting myself down more than I was already. This all caused a physical effect on me, and I got gastritis. I hope this is also how you say it in English, but I physically felt sick because of that. So I would feel nauseous. I could barely eat something, and when I ate and I was really nauseous, I would put what I have eaten out again. So I was a little bit losing weight, and when I went to the doctor and he examined me, he said, yeah, this is gastritis, so you need to take this medicine always before you eat, so that it can help you. So I got medicated so that it could help with the gastritis. But after that, I got this a second time because of stress again at a later date. 1 or 2 years later, and I got it again because of stress. But at that time I knew exactly what it was because I went through this the first time. So I went to the doctor more faster than the previous time, and because of that, because I put my stomach into haywire, I got more sensitive to food and what I'm taking. So I'm not able to eat anymore a lot of things that I once was able to eat because it would make me feel nauseous. So I now have to pay attention to, because my stomach is a little bit more sensitive than normal. And this also because I am an empath and highly sensitive to things. So food also brings my energy out of balance if I'm not eating something balanced. So like, for example, if I eat something like pizza, it makes me feel tired because it's not fresh food per se. So it makes me feel tired and lethargic. But maybe if I eat pizza with salad and I eat more salad than pizza, then I feel a little bit more energetic because I'm eating food that is still alive in a way, like the salad is not dead. Like in pizza, for example, I eat meat, so it's not vegetarian. So for that reason, maybe it's because of the meat or something like this. So I have to pay attention to what I'm eating. And sometimes I cannot control what I'm eating because I don't live alone. So having to have a separate meal for me every time would be costly. So till I move out, I will have to to go through this and learn from it. So I am knowing what food I can eat and what not. But basically, this is an after effect of the unbalanced lifestyle that I had in my past. It doesn't have to stay. You can also get better. Of course, this is just something that I have to deal with yet. Well, I'm talking too much. No, well, yeah, I am. Let's move on to the oracle card. So I'm now going to light this up again because it's getting dark. I think it's going to rain soon here. So with this oracle deck, I'm going to look at what other themes October has in store for you and what else will be important in the month of October. Slightly looking at it differently. And hopefully I can shuffle it because the cards are big. So, please, spirit guides, what else does pile number 1 need to know about the month of October 2023? What other themes will be highlighted in October 2023? New beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So, pile number 1. There is going to be new beginnings in your month of October. If this is a personal new beginning, a new relationship, new career, there is something new starting. Maybe you are also getting rid of things in your home because clear the space in which I dwell. So like clearing out things that you don't need anymore because it doesn't resonate with the current you. Like for example, I have been clearing out some stuff from school that I don't need anymore so that I can have space for the things that I am right now. Like I made space so that I can have my photo books and albums from my favorite K-pop bands because it is something that makes me happy, listening to them and seeing contents of them. It makes me always smile. So this is something that makes me happy, and so I'm making space for something that makes me happy and that is currently in alignment with me. So what other themes or what else does pile number 1 need to know about October 2023? Please, spirit guides, what other themes or what else is important? There are 2 cards. We have magical powers. I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic secrets to me now show. I think this is like reminding me of the magician. Like you have the magical powers to create whatever you want to create. Or seeing the magic all around you, the signs from the universe. Like this looks like the phoenix that is coming out of the ashes. So phoenix makes me think of birds, or maybe birds, seeing a lot of birds, feathers on the ground whenever you pass by. I've heard coins, so maybe you're seeing a lot of coins on the ground. I don't know. There is some sort of sign that you will be seeing often. It could be that you're going to see a lot of phoenix images, or the name of Phoenix. Is there not a place that is called Phoenix in the States? I don't know. I'm not from there. I don't know the geography of the States, so I'm sorry if I've offended you. But yeah. Then we have health. It was a theme with the temperance here. Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring to me your health and might. So balancing out your health, paying more attention to your health, not burning yourself out. And yeah. Is there anything else, any other themes for pile number 1 about their October 2023? Yeah, it is there. So the last one is healing. So you are going through a time of healing. Fits perfectly with health. Candle flame, burn this hour, bring to me your healing power. So healing can go in different ways, like healing with an energy modality like Reiki. There are others as well, like alternative, like acupuncture could also help with healing, like only using your own state of mind to heal and going through your subconscious, or using guided meditation to heal, because this is something that I've did too. So it doesn't have to be only Reiki and so on. Healing can happen in a lot of ways. It can also happen with another person, like another person helping you heal, showing you that there are humans out there that you can trust. This is also a form of healing. It will make it's going to be uncomfortable at first, but through the uncomfortable and walking through the unknown is when you really get courage and healing. And at the back of the deck we have friendship. Bring to me friendship, true, sharing, laughter, understanding too. So maybe you are going to be around your friends, having fun, being with friends that understand you, and you can share things that you might go through in October or you went through in September, depending, of course, which month was more turbulent or is going to be turbulent for you. So, or if you find, there is no friend here that I can trust, maybe manifesting this type of friendship that you are imagining, because you have the magical power and the magician from August. The energy is still around. So now let's get to some more details and advices, perhaps, with the Healing Waters Oracle. So what else does pile number 1 need to know about October 2023? Any advices? What would help pile number 1 for October 2023? What other messages do you have for pile number 1? Making waves, momentum is building, it's your time, achievement. Oh, this card talks all about that. The energy is gaining momentum. There is something building up, and in this case, because it's the healing waters, it's like a build up of a wave that it's coming, and using that wave as something, as a ride to get to your destiny. So using the momentum of the energy that is coming to ride on it to get faster to your destination and achievement. Like when you have a wave, you don't swim when the wave is coming this way, you don't swim like this, because the wave is going to push you away. So surfers use the wave to ride on it to get faster to land and to the beach. So this is your time to make some achievements and really get to where, or get closer to where you want to. Anything else that pile number 1 needs to know about October 2023? Is this all? Okay. The pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, open heart. If you, the pink dolphin is a dolphin that you find in the Amazon river. They have this pinkish color only there. I don't know why, but well. And if you have had the chance to see dolphins up close, they are like really little children. They have fun. They have not this serious energy to them. Like being near a dolphin brings like this childlike joy and happiness out. So have some fun this month of October. Pile number 1. Not everything has to be so serious. Just open your heart, celebrate what needs to be celebrated. Celebrate how far you've come already, even if it's not where you are, the goal that you want to have achieved, but you've come a long way. If you look back at the past, you started from 0, and now you are maybe on the middle of your path, and the destination is not that far off as it was in the past. So celebrate how far you've come. Have fun. Do something joyous. Open your heart. Bring this joy into your energy. It can also help with manifesting when you are happy and joyous and open-hearted. Because when you have an open heart, it's easier for you to receive from the universe. Then we have cleansing, releasing the old, energetic, tune up, new beginnings. Yeah, we have again new beginnings. So releasing the old, maybe you are releasing something old, and this is why the energy in your reading is a little bit more, it's not thick. But yeah, it's a little bit stricter. How do you say? How could I explain it? It has not left me space to joke around and to make fun or something like this. I have been a little bit more on the serious side. And if you have seen other readings where the energy of the reading is more lighthearted, you see me joking around a lot. I'm still trying to bring in the jokes, but I feel a little bit awkward when doing it. So releasing the old, cleansing, maybe as well as in your space, cleaning up the dust from those shelves, really getting rid of what you don't need, what is not in alignment with you. Your energy is also energetic tune up. I see this as also a way of your energy is also changing to something different. So there is maybe a need to also cleanse yourself energetic so that you can cleanse the old out of your energetic body, because it sticks with you. Let's use the little owl as an example. This is now the physical body of the owl, and then you have the aura and the energetic that goes like this, that is around the owl. So whatever you release from within, it spreads out and can get stuck into the aura here, or it was already stuck in the aura because it was something that you did a lot and it was just part of you, and so the thing is stuck in your aura, in your energetic thing. So cleansing yourself from it with sound, with Reiki, with a cleansing bath, with a shower, and really putting the intention to getting rid of old energies that you don't need, that is not in alignment with you, will clear that out so that you can have like this clean slate of energy, and it's going to be easier to get into your new beginning. Then you have clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing, opportunity. I'm not sure about this card. If it's the card I think that I am thinking of or not. So I'm going to read it from the guidebook. The Healing Waters Oracle is also a deck that I recently got, and I have not memorized all the cards yet. But whatever. Clear waters. Everything's coming together and supporting you right now. Potency is present. Alignment has arrived. Potential is here. The waters before you are crystal clear, and what you're stepping into is of the highest potency. You know the way forward. There are clear seas ahead. Keep facing your true north and proceed onward. This is a wonderful card with a very positive message. It suggests that something's come into your life that's great, big, yes. Or you've been working on bringing things into alignment and are stepping into that now. A creative project, a new relationship, new home, a new place of life. Whatever it is you've been manifesting or longing for, it seems that you're clear about what you want and it's coming to fruition. This card comes with positivity, confirmation, and a lot of promising potential. You're supported on your journey and everything's opening up for you. Keep your gaze ahead of you and don't get distracted by what others are doing or by other things you could be doing. You know what to do and have been working for this for a long time. Enjoy the moment, embrace the clarity and the vision, and receive all that you've created and will continue to create for yourself and the world. Then we have Healing Waters affirmation is I embrace the clarity and potency of what's before me. I say yes and proceed ahead. Then at the back of the deck we have King Tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. The King Tide is a phenomenon, if I remember correctly from the guidebook. Where the sea is really full, and it means that there is plenty, that things are prosperous, and you are receiving the rewards to the fullest. It works well with the clear waters that we read from the guidebook. Let me drink some water. But yeah, it's a place of plenty, receiving plenty and not being full. If this is energetic or material thing, you are going to be in a state of plenty, of enough, of prosperity. So, to our last oracle deck to get some last information. Please, spirit guides, what else does pile number 1 need to know about the month of October? Which justice is coming, and Phoenix. What was I saying about Phoenix? We got the Phoenix again. So maybe really Phoenix could be a sign for you. I'm speechless. Phoenix, how's that for a happily ever after? So I'm going to read both cards out of the guidebook. With also the sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. Just to have a cozy ending. Because I feel reading is cozy. So I hope you feel that too. which justice is coming. They say that whatever we do comes back to us the same times 3. If a person's intentions are well-meaning, then the good energy will come back to them in buckets. If a person's intentions are to do harm, then you get the picture here. Either way, the universe is getting ready to deliver its justice. This person might be you. If so, you should handle it with grace and learn from your mistakes. Otherwise, this most likely applies to someone who's caused harm to you or your loved ones. Then we have Phoenix. No matter how hopeless you may be feeling at this moment, know this: you can and will survive whatever trials you've been put through. From the ashes of the past, you shall create a storybook ending filled with beauty and resilience. Our future flames will cower when they hear the whisperings of your name. Oh, that's a nice way of saying so. Could it be that you have been in the void? Because there is this state of the void where you don't create, you are in this darkness, you don't know where to go and what to do. It's like the seed of the plant that is being planted in the earth. The seed is in darkness, but still something is happening within it. And when you don't really look at it so much, out of nowhere, you see the little plant growing out and coming out of the void. So the same thing happens to us too. We have stages and cycles where we are in the void, but we emerge new from after the void. I cannot speak anymore. So we emerge a new way of being as well from the void state. So maybe you have been in this void state and are slowly coming out of it to the new beginning, to the new stages of growing and getting the rewards from going through those things. Then we have paint the sun back into your sky. With sun, don't build a home that will come crumbling down if a single person walks out of the front door. When it comes down to it, we can't depend on other people to make us feel happy or fulfilled. The fact is that people are going to leave from time to time, and you're the only one who's guaranteed to stay. Take the time to find sources of joy outside of your loved ones. You deserve happiness that lasts. Yes, search for something that you can do to make yourself feel happy. Something that doesn't have to be an outside source. Like, as I've explained through this long-ass reading. When I was talking about the loneliness. So I was trying to not search for something that would fill the loneliness, because it would make me dependent on this person or something to be always there to feel the loneliness. And when they are gone, then the loneliness will stay. So I'm searching for a way to feel the loneliness with things that I can do to feel it, so that I don't need someone else to feel this void and loneliness in my heart. So that's the meaning of the card. Somehow it made I don't know, I found the reading a little bit all over the place, but somehow it did connect and came full circle. But I do hope that it helped you and you liked it. I really wish you all the best. Keep on going. Whatever you are going through, you will come out of it. You will come out of it. The new beginnings are there. So I wish you all the best. I wish you a beautiful month of October. And thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 2, you chose the Dark Heart Tarot, the Opal Light, the Orange Dice, the number 2, or the tune that you heard, and this is going to be your reading about your month of October. Before I start, I'm going to explain the spread that I'll be using, the eyeball. So the first card, this card represents the previous month. I'm going to look at this as the month of August. Then card number 2 represents an overview of the current month. I'm looking at this as the month of September, since you are still watching it at September and it's even if it's the end of September. Then 3 to 6 are cards representing the first week, the second week, the third week, and the fourth week. I'm looking at those as the week of October, the month ahead, and the last card, 7, the 7th card represents possibilities for the next month, and I'm looking at this as the possibilities of the month of October. So, I have forgotten to say this in the intro. I remembered it while I was shuffling for pile number 1. So I'm going to say this too here for you, pile number 2, and then for pile number 3 while I'm shuffling the cards. Is that the month of October will be a little bit themed, a bit more darker. We'll be making pick card videos themed around the shadows, the unconscious and hidden things, without spoiling too much. So if you are interested in getting to dive deep into the shadow worky aspect of this site, then make sure to stick around. I haven't filmed any of the videos yet, the picker cards that will come after this. So I am pretty much looking forward to what will come out. It fits the theme of October and Halloween, of course. So it's the first time I'm doing a whole month. Last year I only did one reading. So yeah, so pile number 2, you've got the Dark Heart Tarot. I got this deck really recently and I haven't used it for myself yet. So you are the first one that gets to get the first try with it. And I have to say, this deck is a beauty. You have seen the counterpart of the Dark Heart Tarot already. If you have been around, the Gentle Heart Tarot is the counterpart of this deck. So yeah, I'm happy that I have the two counterparts. So let's get started. Please pick guys a card to represent the month of August for pile number 2s. Which card represents the month of August for pile number 2? Those 3. Okay. I've been putting it at this in the thread, but I will turn it around when I am answering the questions. So a card to represent the overview of the current month of September of pile number 2s. A card to represent the current month of September for pile number 2, please guys. A card to represent the current month of September of pile number 2, please guys. A card to represent the current month of September of pile number 2. A card to represent the current month of September for pile number 2. Card to represent the current month of September for pile number 2. Let me see if I have to look at the cards differently. A card to represent the current month of September of pile number 2. There are too many cards, no. Maximum 3 cards. Card to represent. Thank you. Well, that was fast. And it came out in reverse, right? It. No. Now then, let's go. And a card to represent the first week of October of pile number 2, please, spirit guides. A card to represent the first week. 3 cards, the maximum. And then a card to represent the second week of October for pile number 2. A card to represent the second week. A card to represent the third week of October for pile number 2. A card to represent the fourth week of October for pile number 2. And lastly, a card to represent possibilities of the month of October. A card to represent... I lost the card. It flipped over, but all the other cards fell, and I don't know which one it was. So it will come up again if it was meant to be. A card to represent the possibilities of the month of October for pile number 2. A card to represent the possibilities of the month of October for pile number 2. A card to represent the possibilities for pile number 2 in the month of October 2023. A card to represent the possibilities of the month of October for pile number 2. A card. Thanks. So. Let me make sure that you can see all the cards. It doesn't look like an eyeball because I have limited space. And yeah, you cannot see. So now with the glare gun, it's a bit darker because it's cloudy outside today and it's already afternoon. The sun is going down slowly. So the card to represent the previous month of August, we have the Devil, the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Cups, and both cups are in reverse. So I'm going to put it like this for now, and then I will put them again back to how it was. Let me see, the 5 of Cups in reverse. Embrace your past. I'm looking at the guidebook. Embrace your past even if you've made many unnecessary mistakes in your life. We all have. If you're finding it difficult to forgive yourself for past mishaps and keep your head up for a bright future, turn to things you know will cheer you up and motivate you. This could be a person who has succeeded despite tremendous personal struggles, or an activity that reminds you of how beautiful life can be. Read books written by people who inspire you. Listen to podcasts that make you feel motivated. Focus on the light in your life. If necessary, create the light. Then the 6 of Cups, since it's right beside it. Reverse, learn to detach from your past. Hoarding memories, such as souvenirs or clothing, might indicate that something more profound is happening internally. This behavior is hazardous in conjunction with the belief that everything used to be better in the past. Even if things were better back then, what's the point of holding a grudge against the present moment? It certainly will not permit you to travel back in time or create new memories. Work on finding a current identity you feel comfortable with to help you let go of what no longer serves you. So, looks like you have been thinking and feeling quite a bit about the past with the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Cups right here beside it. And I'm sorry, I did not think that my neighbor would start using something to make noise. I hope it doesn't get too loud. Hopefully. It's a bit annoying to hear it. They making whatever they're doing. Whatever. Let's get back to it. So you have been looking at the past, and this could be a behavior that you are getting addicted to because of the Devil card here. The Devil card talks about addiction and falling into the temptations of things that we deem to be good, but in reality they do us more harm than good. Like, it doesn't have to be addicted to any outside source. It could be addicted to having the same type of behavior concerning about the past, always looking back at the past, about past mistakes and things that were better in the past because the present moment is not to your liking. But if it is not to your liking, now I'm going to be straightforward and call you out. Maybe you don't want to listen to it, but maybe it will help some of you to really think about it, and maybe it could initiate something in you. But if you don't like the current present moment, why are you not trying to change it? What is keeping you from changing the present moment? Why do you think the past was better? Can you not try something now to make things differently? Change some little things up so that the present moment is better, so that you don't have to always keep on repeating the same thing and be stuck in the past. So what can you do? What activity, as in the 5 of Cups, can you do to have more fun in the here and now and not being in the past all the time? This may have been something you went through in August, and I feel like it's still present, because I was talking as if it was the present moment that you were going through this thing. So for different people, different timelines. For some of you it was in August, for some it's still present in the here and now. So just think about it. I know it's difficult to start something new and let go of the things that we knew about because it was something familiar. But sometimes familiarity doesn't mean that it is good for your current self now. So then we have the month of September is represented by the King of Cups in reverse. So the King of Cups in reverse is someone that is not emotionally available, someone that is emotionally immature. I was thinking about saying someone that knows how to manipulate other people's emotions, but I don't want to lean that much on that fence. But let's see what the guidebook says about the King of Cups in reverse here. Just getting familiar with the deck, just so for your information. When you're in a position of power, you can easily forget to listen to what's happening around you. Being cocky or downright insensitive will dethrone you sooner than you anticipated. When you threaten the wrong people, they will do what they deem necessary to end your reign. Therefore, remind yourself that to whom much is given, usually much is expected. Keep promises that you have made and recognize that success does not come without hard work and responsibilities. Making others feel important and taken seriously is just as essential. Wanting to have your cake and eat it too is only human, so keep yourself in check. So, I don't feel like that what the guidebook says is what is going on. But for some of you it may be. Sorry for the strange noises that I'm making. I'm going to look at the meanings of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to see how in the Rider-Waite-Smith this card is explained in reverse. So I'm going to put a trigger warning. I don't know what will come out, so this is the King of Cups, yeah, it is. So, reverse meaning. The seeker, in this case you, my dear viewer, is being too emotional. The seeker experiences difficulty in making decisions with conviction, is always looking to others to see what they do first. In reverse, the card suggests someone who is being spiteful to someone else. The seeker is feeling the need to engage in petty vengeance. Could indicate the negative influence of the King of Cups on the seeker, or that the seeker is embodying the negative personality traits attributed to the king. Compare. The King of Wands can be hot-headed as a gut response to situations, but the bad temper of the King of Cups differs slightly. The King of Cups temper strays from spiritual centeredness, a result of internal instability or flux, whereas the King of Wands is just reactionary. So the reversed keywords is overwrought and distracted. Yeah, like not listening to the emotions and the heart. I was thinking about also like listening to what others says and this twisting what you truly feel. Like taking whatever someone else says more important than what you were feeling. Don't know if this made sense. I hope it did. So then the first week of October, you've got the Magician in reverse, the Page of Blades in reverse, and the Knight of Blades in reverse. So this is something that you so we've got the swords here. The swords in this deck is called Blades. So we got the Page of Blades and the Knight of Blades. Let's see what it says. Reverse, Page of Blades. This is a tricky situation to handle. Reverse, the Page of Blades represents a headspace where boredom or spitefulness can turn an energized thinker into a destructive being. Well, that was calling at you at the worst. The Page of Blades can quickly lose its motivation and drive it left understimulated. It can be difficult to turn things around as a lack of discipline is involved, and deep-rooted insecurities are touched on. With too much time to overthink, the Page of Blades mind can venture into dark places, so it's best to keep them occupied and inspired at all times. This person's ability to focus is excellent as long as they are engaged in a unique challenge. Then the Knight of Blades in reverse. Ouch. When angered, your words cut deep and you've lost your sense of diplomacy. Whoever happens to be in your line of fire better run or duck. Once you've voiced your opinion, it isn't unusual for you to withdraw and become cold toward the people around you. If this card appears in reverse during a reading, know that your choice of words matters. You cannot unsay something nasty that came out during a fight, and with the ego getting involved, you may find it hard to bury the hatchet and instead choose to wait until the other person attempts to make amends. Try to temper yourself as much as you possibly can. Looks like you are quite unbalanced. The Magician in reverse means insecurities, manipulation, selfishness, anxiety, self-doubt. So, pile number 2. The first week of October, you're going to be really insecure, really reactive, meaning that your words, when you react from a place of annoyance and anger in a fight, can really hurt the other person deeply. So my advice is, if you find yourself bored, or if you find yourself that your thoughts are spiraling into the dark, try to do something else. Try to do some sport, work out, because this takes you away from your thoughts and you focus on the movements of your body, like learning a dance, because you are so focused on getting the steps right, you don't spiral down. Doing yoga, you are concentrated on breathing and doing the poses. It helps you prevent from spiraling down. It could even be just going for a walk in nature and breathing in the fresh air, listening to the wind of change. No, I was listening to the song today, Wind of Change by the Scorpions. But maybe listen to the wind. Maybe it is whispering to you some words that you can change something. Because most of the time when we are in nature, we connect with, because we are part of nature, we connect better with nature, because we are reminded that we are part of nature. And so it's easier for us to get informations down from spirit guides, from nature itself, from Mother Earth, from Gaia, whatever you believe in. It could be the universe, an intelligence that is not explainable in scientific explanations. But yeah, do something that can make you happy, or calm yourself down, doing grounding meditation, walking barefoot on grass if it's not too cold outside. Because for me, October, it's starting to get colder and colder because it's autumn. That's why the pumpkins. And also because of Halloween, the pumpkins. But yeah, this is just advice from my human self. It's not coming from any outside source. It's just often said that when things are a little bit chaotic, moving yourself and moving the energy can release whatever is stuck in us, and fresh air helps to get also a fresh mindset and think things differently. So the second week of October, you've got the 10 of Cups. So the second week is going to be emotionally happy. Maybe you are going to spend some time with your family. Most of the time in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the 10 of Cups is depicted with the parents and 2 children, so family. So emotionally happy, having a good time with family or a loved one in this case here of the card. But let's see what the card book says. What is the cups here? 10 of Cups. A joyful time that almost feels too good to be true. Everything is falling into place for you, and you are surrounded by harmonious, balanced energy. You are satisfied with your life and the people present. Romantic and platonic love is available to you, and knowing this provides you with deep sense of peace and comfort. Generally speaking, your life couldn't be any better right now. The universe is in full support of you, and it shows. Spend sacred moments with your friends and family while being at peace and at ease with life. The 10 of Cups is like a big, audible exhale. Yeah? Your second week is going to be much better than the first week. Like the last sentence was like the 10 of Cups is like the big exhale. So it's the exhale of the first week. Things are balancing out again. To move into the third week with the 2 of Blades. The 2 of Blades is about making a decision. There is a choice that is going to come in front of you, part number 2, and you need to make a decision. What was it? Is it because the person is blindfolded and doesn't want to face maybe the decision of something unfamiliar, that they stay stagnant and don't make the decision? I don't remember anymore. Let me get the guidebook. 2 of Blades. Unable to see because her eyes are blindfolded. The person depicted in the 2 of Blades card must decide what to do next based on their intuition. Remember that the same principle applies to your situation. No amount of time spent waiting for a sign will provide you with an answer about how you should move forward. You've got to make a move, or you will remain complacent. Furthermore, the 2 of Blades may also signify being placed in an uncomfortable position in which you are in denial and avoiding confronting the truth. This situation will get old sooner rather than later, and you will be obligated to speak your truth and be courageous. Yeah, about the things with making decisions and the sign of things, it reminded me of why I call all my viewers owl. It's because everyone has wisdom and intuition in them, and so the best person that can help you make decisions is yourself, because within you have all the answers you have been searching for. Like me doing this type of reading is maybe you are unable to hear your own intuition, and so I am just helping out in being an outside source to tell you but what you have already known, maybe. Because, for example, a dear friend of mine from the community I am in, that my soul sister that shared this spread with us, it's another person, another sister of mine. She watched my last Pika video about messages from the universe, and she said to me that what I was saying was exactly what she was getting in her own readings. So it was like I was just confirming what she already knew. So sometimes other people need the outside confirmation of things you already know. And I was on the brink of saying, when I saw all the other three cards here in reverse, is my soul sister that shared the spread that I'm using right now. She reads tarot in a hereditary way, a traditional way that has nothing to do with the system of Rider-Waite-Smith or any of the decks that I use. It's something that came from many hundreds of years ago from a family, and it's something that is only taught from mouth to mouth, and the secrets of the tradition are kept only for a small portion, and it goes from one person to one person. So it's not like me sharing the Rider-Waite-Smith. It is something that is spread to many people. So and in her she taught me and others that want to listen to her talking about the traditional ways, when all the cards come out in reverse, it indicates that the seeker already knows about this. So it is something that is confirming, and that the seeker already has an inkling towards it. So your fourth week, we have Temperance and the Four of Pentacles, both upright. So Temperance being upright means there is balance. You're going to find balance. With the Four of Pentacles here, it may be that you are trying to find the balance in how to spend and how to save resources. Pentacles don't always have to be about currency, about cash, about the green notes, the green paper. It could be resources, and resources could be anything, like clothes, paints, like if you are a painter, brushes, makeup, even your own energy. It's also a resource. So you are going to find the balance on how to spend it and how to save it, for my better of understanding. But Four of Pentacles here. Your financial and mental self-discipline is paying off. Well done. Continue to plan for the future and find ways to reach your targets, building a solid foundation of knowledge. Money or assets to rely on provides you with the comfort to take some risk in life. Try not to be afraid of change or taking a leap of faith, especially if you've gotten used to doing things a certain way. You've been working hard and deserve to treat yourself. Yeah. Then Temperance. Balance and harmony are a recipe for success and happiness. When Temperance appears in a reading, it suggests that the focus should be on finding balance and establishing moderation. Resources should be used wisely and entirely according to what is needed. Avoid overconsumption and oversupply as much as possible. Remember, excess of anything can produce severe consequences in your life and for the planet we inhabit, whether it be material consumption, substance abuse, or codependent relationships. Balance is essential to lead a healthy and happy life. Healing can only occur when you give yourself enough time and grace to figure things out, especially if you've been dealing with some particular imbalances for months, years, or even decades. The more habitual certain unhealthy urges have become in your life, the more time and willpower will be required to work through and overcome these dispositions. Temperance asks you to act kindly, giving yourself all necessary time. You are not in a position to hurry anything along or make potentially life-changing decisions. This reminds me of the devil, because the devil is all about excess. The temptation here, the temptation to turn a blind eye is inviting. But is this who you want to be? Upright obsession, addiction, self-sabotage, fear, and illusion. Yeah. And find the moderation of spending, but know as well as it's okay to spend things for yourself to make you happy. Like, for example, I know I have enough money to spend on things that make me happy, but I also know when I should not spend the money, because I probably would find it unnecessary. Like, for example, my favorite K-pop band recently released a photo book with photos of them. There are also videos, I think, and behind the scenes of the making of the theme. The theme was Youth. If I could, I would have bought it, because I like them and I want to support them. But I thought, yeah, somehow it is not a definitely yes. I want it, I need it. It was more of, nah, better not. It's not something that I want for sure. And soon after this, they made the announcement that they will be releasing a new album in this October, and I was like, whoa. And then someone, because they always make concept photos for the album, and someone asked them how the concept photos are, and one of the members said that if we were freaking out already because of the last concept photos from the last album, because I have to say, we were freaking out because we got some nice belly pictures and six packs. So, and he said that if you were freaking out because of that, with the new concept photos of the new album, we would faint. And we were like, oh shoot, we are going to die now. So and I was like, this one I need to have. Because it was my favorite member of the group that said this, and now I've got curious, and the concept photos are not even out yet. And they pre-released already a song, Back for More, with Anitta, a Brazilian singer. And the song is already a banger, and they said that all songs from the album are going to be similarly good as that one, so I am pretty much looking forward to it. So I could not hold my excitement, and I was like, yes, I need this. So I pre-ordered the album. So this is the difference of, yes, I want it, I need it now, to, yeah, it's cool, and yeah, but I don't think that is something really needed. So when you find something that you are, yes, 100% yes, then spend the money. But if you find yourself in doubt, then maybe it is not something that you 100% want. It's how I wanted the Dark Heart Tarot. I was like, yes, I want it, I really want it. It's so cool because the edges here on the deck is so cool and shiny. I was like, this, it was love at first sight. But I waited a bit before buying it because I didn't want to spend too much money because I was already spending a lot. So I waited and I got some money as a present from my grandmother when I visited, and I was like, I got the present from my grandma, now I can present myself with what I have wanted. So then the possibilities of the month of October, after I've talked too much, is the King of Pentacles in the upright position. And the King of Pentacles, let me say, this person has it all. Financial, secure, knows how to spend and save his finances and as well as his resources. A grounded person, really steadfast, hardworking, successful. So pie number 2, that is a possibility for you in the month of October, is being grounded, steadfast, feeling safe with what you built for yourself. But that's not the only thing, because we have some more cards to go through, and with that I mean some oracles. This oracle here will indicate some more themes of the month of October or anything else you might need to know about October. The cards are a little bit big, so I will struggle with shuffling it. But yeah, let's go to it. So please, Spirit guides, what else does pile number 2 need to know about the month of October? What other themes are going to be present in the month of October? What does pile number... Those cards flew. What other themes or what else does pile number 2 need to know about October 2023? Is this everything? All the cards? Good. At the back of the deck we have safe home. I cast this circle around roundabout. Safety now is beyond doubt. So know that your home is safe. You and your loved ones are safe. Don't doubt it. And if you want, you can even use this here as an affirmation, or just say constantly, my loved ones and I are safe. I feel safe at my home. Whatever you feel needs to be set as an affirmation for your situation. So you also got health, so something, a theme that is going through pile 1 and now you 2 is health. Mother Earth, sweet Mother Earth, bright, bring to me your health and might. So pay attention to your health. For those that are in the northern hemisphere, it's getting colder, so make sure that you are dressed up warmly and so that you don't catch a cold. It just doesn't mean only health in the physical. It can be emotional health, mental health, spiritual health. So make sure that on all those 3 bases you are covered. Then you have love. So Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. So for some of you, there is a theme of love going on through October. Maybe someone new coming in, or you deepening the love with your special someone, the 10 of Cups. Then we also have letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Yeah, the wisdom will always remain, but the pain that we felt through going through whatever situation, we will not feel again. After we've learned the lessons and gained the wisdom from it, you probably will not go through something again in this type. So letting go of some old things, past hurt, may be a theme as well in October for you, pile number 2. And then we have passion with the master number 11. We have 3, 1, 6, 1, 1, 1, so who knows. Then passion. Passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. So could be a passionate month with love, pile number 2. Safety first, if you know what I mean. It could also be passion towards a project that you are creating and you are really passionate about it and really going through with it. I don't know how to basically what I mean, but when you're passionate about something, you have fire and flame towards it, and you do and make everything possible, and you work hard for it because you are so invested in it. So you may feel passion towards some projects of some creative endeavors that you are partaking in October, and it could also be passion in romantic sense. So safety first, huh? Then to the next oracle to get some more information or more guidance for the month of October. So please, Spirit guys, what else does pile number 2 need to know about the month of October 2023? Anything else pile number 2 needs to know about the month of October? Anything that would help for pile number 2's? Okie dokie. So at the back of the deck we have metamorphosis. Embrace transformation, things are different now. So you are going through a transformation from something to something else. The caterpillar in the cocoon transforms itself to a butterfly. So embrace the transformations that are happening, and things are going to be different now. It's not going to be the same as in the past that you may have been worrying about. Then we have the Mist. Trust your inner compass, be led from within. This talks all about listening to your intuition, to your inner compass, to your soul, to your heart. It knows the way forward, even if things are, because of the mist, because of the vapor, we might not see what is right in front of us yet. But trusting your inner compass, your intuition, your heart, your soul, it knows what needs to be done and what steps needs to be taken. And most of the time after you've taken those steps is when you see clearly why something had to happen and where you are ending. It reminds me of a meme that I saw on Instagram today. There was a person with paper in their hand, and the question why. Then the next and they were like this, the paper in their hands, and why, and then why, and after reading all the that's why, and that's why. So while we go through life, we always ask why, but when we have moved forward, when we have taken the step forward and trusted our intuition to lead us, then we will in the future understand why we had to go through this, why this may not have happened. There is a reason, and for this we just need to trust and be led from within, because you have enough wisdom, knowledge and intuition to follow this path that your soul has been yearning for. Then we have the wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care. Take a breath. This one I'm going to read out of the guidebook. It's one of the cards that I don't know yet good enough. Then we have deep sea diving, weight of the mystic, learn through experiences, experiencing depths. This is all about learning things like the mystic. The mystic, well, yes, may read up on things and on a theoretical basis, but they learn more through experiencing, through going through it. Like, for example, the things that I talked about in my channel, like about spirit guides and so on and so forth, and on how to communicate with them or things like this. Yes, I could have just went in the internet and gathered some information about it, but it would have been an information on a really superficial basis. So before I made that video, I had to go through this myself. So in 2020, when I went through my spiritual awakening, my first one, till the point of making the video, I've learned how my spiritual team communicates with me and so on, and how they present themselves, so that I could speak from experience, because that's the way of the mystic. That is something that may be even more easier for someone else to understand, that may go through something similar as myself. So theory, okay, and so on, but sometimes it cannot convey the massive amount of what's really behind it. And so this card, deep sea diving, talks about diving deep into learning those things through experiences, to learn things in a new way and in a depth that was different. Like the iceberg that we see on the surface is just a little point, but the iceberg on a whole is so much bigger, but we don't see the part of the iceberg that is deep underneath the sea. And that goes for everything else as well in life. So way of the mystic is learning through experiencing those things and diving deep into those learnings to really embrace it. Then we have let it go. Well, letting go, let it go. Let it go, let it go. I can't hold it back anymore. Okay. So release the past, forgive, soften, move forward. So I'm going to read the wellspring and let it go, since we had both times letting go. Okay, so now I've been silly. I will start with letting go since it is easier for the alphabetic order in the guidebook. So let it go. Change is one of the most difficult things for our heart and mind to accept. Maybe you're on the brink of an ending, a hurt, or a loss. The back of the deck of your card is is the word, and the word talks about endings and new beginnings. Well then, brink of an ending or a loss. Or perhaps you experienced an ending in the past but are still carrying the pain within your heart and your mind. The 5 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Cups in reverse with the Devil that we had. Just as the shoreline doesn't try to hold on to the sea, this card comes with encouragement to begin the process of letting go. Letting go is rarely something that happens in an instant. More often, it's a process that can take days, weeks, months, or even years. The process always begins with a willingness and a wanting to be free of what once was. Holding onto an emotion such as sorrow, anger, or disappointment is a normal part of the process, and in order to be free of it, we must first feel it fully. Emotions are feelings in motion. They're not meant to be stagnant. Water is the same. It wants to move and flow. When we allow our emotions to be there fully, they rarely last as long as they would do if we repressed them. When we avoid endings for whatever reason, the symbolic waters within us can build up and become stagnant. Call upon the waters within you to flow freely. Let the damned walls of past hurts, damned, I think that it's how you pronounce it. I was not swearing, I swear. Of past hurts come tumbling down. Let the waters within you travel out into the world. Let them find their way past stones and riverbanks. New streams are calling you forth. Let the ocean call you home. Something to meditate upon, make a journal entry, is what are you willing to let go of? Then we have the wellspring. Wishing well, no. Wellspring here. We don't only need water to thrive, we need it to survive. The wellspring card often appears when things are unbalanced or when we've been pushing ourselves beyond our limits in ways that are simply unsustainable. Just like the seasons around us, we too are cyclical, and thus we must pay attention to where we are expecting ourselves to be in full bloom all year round. While we can rely on our reserves for a limited amount of time, if we allow ourselves to become depleted over a long period to run on empty, it likely take longer to recover than it ever did before. We must embrace our humanity and take care of the body by slowing down, quenching our thirst, and finding ways to recover and deeply rest. The Wellspring card is an invitation to look at where you've been going into overdrive, to reflect on the areas where you've been pushing yourself beyond your physical limits, to consider whether you've been forcing yourself to run on your reserves. It delivers a message to reassess the speed and force you are using, to bring more harmony and balance back into your life, and to trust your inner seasons, to look after yourself and appreciate your precious body, to reflect upon, make a journal entry, and meditate are questions. Where are you pushing yourself beyond your limits? How are you being called to care more for your body? What are you really, truly thirsty for? I am thirsty for water right now because my throat is dry. Been talking too much because part number 1 was already 1 hour long, 1 hour long reading, and then I did a lunch break and an afternoon break. But still, I'm talking lots. And what was it? The Wellspring card reminded me of something that I've said in the past pick a card reading messages from the universe. I was talking about that. Imagine your energy levels are this cup, and if you use your energy levels that were half full and keep on using them, you are going to a point of energy levels that is depleted, and for the cup to fill up again, it will take longer, because if you stop when you are half full with your energy level and rest, the cup is going to fill more faster and be on the brink of it faster than when you have to fill it from a place of emptiness. So the same goes to you. Before you go too much deep here and need to take more time to rest and recuperate, stop before you reach that point and recuperate and rest, so that you can feel it more faster. Because if you let yourself burn out here, it takes a long time to recover from a burnout. Whatever burnout, if it is emotionally, physically, or whatever, at some point your physical body cannot take it anymore and it will shut off, or the universe will take matters in their own hand and do something to get yourself to rest. Like an acquaintance of mine, she knew that she needed to rest and take it easy, and she decided on that day that she would after that take it easy and rest. But because she did not do this beforehand in training, because she does, I think, Taekwondo, in training when she was doing Taekwondo, even though she should have been resting and recuperating because a lot of work was going on, she moved in a way that was not good, or she landed badly and hurt her knee, her left knee, and so she needed to use a cast on the knee because she hurt herself, and this made her bedridden for a few days because she needed to have full bed rest. And after that she could walk again, but she needed to take it easy because she was not taking in the signs of resting enough, that something had to happen bigger to make her rest. So before this happens to you, slow down and take your rest. Take care of your health, physical, emotional, and spiritual. So then, to the last oracle deck. So please, figures, what does pile number 2 need to know about October 2023? Any last messages for pile number 2 about October 2023? Please, figures, what else does pile number 2 need to know about October 2023? Well then, is this everything? Okay, at the back of the deck we have Mirror. Treat your body like the palace it is. Well then, my pile 2s. Treat your body like the palace it is. Take care of your physical body. It's the only one that you have right now in this incarnation, if you believe in more than one incarnation. This is the only body that you have in this incarnation. So let me read the card because I'm going into being really passionate about you taking care of your body. So to calm down, I'm going to read it. You've been feeling self-conscious as of late, but the answer isn't to change anything about yourself. The answer is to learn to love the body you've been given. Avoid those crash diets, that extreme exercise, or any other unhealthy behavior. Take strides toward a healthy mindset that accepts yourself as you are, not what you feel pressured to be. I'm going to read that again. Take strides toward a healthy mindset that accepts yourself as you are, not what you feel pressured to be. Then we have raindrops. Take a chance on them. Oopsala. Then we have villain. You can always rewrite the story. And last but not least, we have clover. Release your guilt. So I'm going to read all the 3 cards out of the guidebook, just to end on a note, on a cozy vibe. I feel reading is cozy. So, raindrops, 39. If anyone has a reason to keep their guard up, it's you. People have been known to mistreat you, and like any rational person, you finally got tired of it, went back inside, locked the door. But you weren't supposed to stay out of the rain forever. No matter how terrifying the prospect may seem, you need to put yourself out there again. Whoever it is you're thinking of, they can be trusted to walk with you through the storm. This reminds me of another deck of Rebecca Campbell. Or was it something else? I'm not sure. It's somehow a little bit jumbled. Let me. But you weren't supposed to stay out of the rain forever. Went back inside, locked the door. Yeah, you will not find the people of your soul tribe if you stay hidden from them. Even if it's scary, you need to step out so that they can find you. Those people that you can trust, that you can walk in the rain and storm. By hiding away, you are not going to find them. Even if it is scary, you may get hurt again and so on. But it's only when we try again and again is when we will find success. So I've been through it in relationships. Someone I considered my best friend betrayed me. People that I wanted to help, that I wanted to connect with, to not be alone, used me only when they thought that I was useful, and then cast me aside after having used me. Someone that I trusted deeply for years and years, after much reflection, I understood that they were not good for myself, that I should not trust them, because my guides warned me in multiple dreams about them, that they should not be trusted, and showed me their true color. So I've been there, and I'm still trying to find my people. I found some that I can truly trust, that I know deeply that they are walking the path with me and supporting me. And those are the ones that I am going to keep. And if someday we are going to separate ways from each other, it's because I know that someone else will fill the space. And of course, it's okay to be sad about someone leaving our life that we truly loved. But it happened for a reason, and maybe it needed to happen so that someone else could come in for us to experience something different. So, villain. You can always rewrite the story. A hard truth to swallow. Sometimes all villains win. However, that doesn't mean you should give up or lose our hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. It can be incredibly freeing and empowering to reclaim yourself after a personal tragedy. Yeah, after you've, I'm now reminding of what Rebecca Campbell said in one of her books and also in her other oracle cards, is once you hit rock bottom, you cannot fall anymore from there. The only thing that can happen now is standing up again and going upwards. So instead of staying down when you hit rock bottom, it's time for you to stand up again and make the moves and steps to go up again, to crawl out of the hole. And I've hit rock bottom often, like the time when I was bullied, when I was faced with my best friend betraying me. I was devastated. I didn't know how, but I somehow made it up again. When I went through my spiritual awakening in 2020, I was the person that went into the darkness to heal the wounds and brought myself back to the light. So I crawled out of the hole alone. It doesn't mean that you always have to do this alone. Sometimes you need to have people there to help you out of certain situation, and it's okay to get help from others when you know you cannot do this alone and need a little bit more assistance. I, for example, am someone that doesn't know how to ask for help. That's why I've been doing this alone. And my guides are now ushering me towards learning how to ask for help in more ways than one. And I'm just being stubborn. So that is something that I need to learn as well and go through. So then, release your guilt with Clover. You've been carrying the burden of guilt on your shoulders for far too long. It's now negatively impacting all facets of your life and making it impossible to function. You've come to a crossroads where you need to choose a direction. Go ahead and make your reparations or release yourself from the cage you've built around yourself. Hint: sometimes the first road leads back around to the second. This reminds me of a picture I saw on Instagram. It was a mountain, and the person was walking on a path, but there were paths crossing the path and paths going back to the point, and this is how life works. You walk one path, but somehow it leads back to the beginning, because we needed to go through that one thing to learn, it was like a side quest. Because I'm a little bit of a gamer, so I see it more like you have one main quest, but there are several small quests in between that you may need to go through to get access to certain items that will help you for your main quest, because it is going to make the main quest easier. And so I see this as life as well. So you sometimes need to do those small quests to help you move forward with your main quest. And you are not doing nothing when you are doing some side quests. You are still progressing in the game. It's still part of the game. It's still part of completing the game 100%. One of the best examples that I am remembering is because I'm watching the Let's Play of it. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the one that recently came out. The main quest is for Link to destroy or to ban the villain Ganondorf, or Ganon, whatever his name is, and to find Princess Zelda. But there are some little small quests that he needs to do. Like, for example, I don't know how they are called in English, because the game I'm watching is in German, so I'm going to do just a little search while I am explaining. Then there are these little beings, hold on. There are these little beings in Zelda. Korok. This here. Those little beings here in Zelda that Link needs to find. And he gets a croc seed from each of them, just calling them like this. And with the seeds that he gets from those beings, he can go to a bigger entity of the crocs called Maurius, I think, in English, in German, whatever. And he can exchange those croc seeds with something that this other being can do for him, like expanding his bag so that he can carry more swords, shields, and bows, so that he can have more resources to slay the monsters. Because after some time, the sword, bow, and shield breaks. So if he only has room for 3 swords, 3 shields, and 3 bows, while he is fighting, those things break. And what happens if all of them breaks and he is left with nothing? So he can fill his bags so that he can carry more around with him, so that he has more swords, shields, and bows, so that he can slay the monsters and not get a game over. So the same goes. So this is needed to complete the game, because there are in Tears of the Kingdom, there are 1,000 crocs that needs to be found, so that you can complete the game with 100%. Of course, you don't need to find all 1,000 to complete it, but the game story. But if you want to complete the complete game 100%, you need to find those 1,000 crocs, and this takes a long time. But that is how the road of life is as well. Sometimes you need to go through those side quests to gain experiences, resources to complete the quest, the main quest. And sometimes it leads back to point A. like those quests. Yeah, go to this person and give them to them, and afterwards the same person wants to give something else, and you have to go back to the first person to do this. It's like and now I wanted to speak in German. It's like you go there and back. And sometimes you feel like, and what was this for? You could have done this yourself, but maybe you found something on the way that you needed to have for the game. In my explanation. It took a little bit too long, but I hope that it made sense and you could understand what I was trying to explain. So pile number 2, this is everything that I have for you. I'm wishing you all the best. You can make through whatever you're going through right now. I'm rooting for you. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye! Pile number 3, you chose the Children of Retha Tarot, the number 3, the red dice, or the Imperial Jasper, and this is going to be your reading about October 2023. And so, as I said in the intro, I'm going to explain how this reading is going to work. The first card represents the previous month, and I'm going to look at this as the previous month of August. Then the second card represents an overview of the current month of September, because you're probably going to still watch it in September if you watch the video when it comes out, right? Because on the weekend it's going to be the turn of September to October. Then the third card till the 6th card here represents the first week of October, the second week of October, the third week of October, and the fourth week of October. And then the last card represents the possibilities for the next month, and I'm going to look at the possibilities for the next month of October. So this is how the reading is going to work. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make a beautiful circle as in the a spread, because of limited space, but I try to make it as similar as possible. I'm not sure if I think I did mention it in the intro, so I'm going to mention it while I'm shuffling. This entire month of October, we'll have themed readings concerning the shadow, hidden things, and shadow worky stuff. And I hope that you will like it and stick to see what those readings are going to be like. I haven't filmed them yet. I will start filming it soon for the first week of October and so on. But yeah, when you want to know when I'm filming stuff, some behind the scenes I upload on my Instagram story. This should, oops, I've been enough shuffling. So let's get started. A card to represent the previous month of August for pile number 3. A card to represent August 2023 of pile number 3. A card to represent the month of August 2023 of pile number 3s. The 8 of Wands. I'm just going to put it at, as in the spread, but I will turn it around when I am talking about the cards. So a card to represent the overview of the month of September 2023 for pile number 3. This one here. The 6 of Swords. Then a card to represent the first week of October for pile number 3s. A card to represent the second week of October 2023 for pile number 3. Card to represent the second week of October 20. So they came out at the same time, so I'm going to take the 3 cards. 3 cards is the limit. So then a card to represent the third week of October 2023 for pile number 3. Nope, it didn't want to come out yet. So a card to represent, here we have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Then a card to represent the 4th week. What was that? The Hangman. Okay, I need to cover it with the dice. Wait. I have here crystal. Let's put some nice crystal on the parts that YouTube doesn't want to see. So then a card to represent the possibilities of the month of October. A card to represent the possibilities of October 2023 for pile number 3, please. A card to represent the possibilities of the month of October 2023 for pile number 3, please. A card to represent the possibilities for the month of October 2023 for pile number 3, please. A card to represent the possibilities of October 20... Shush, give up. Nope. Let me see. I'm going to do it like this. And sometimes the deck needs to be shuffled like this again for a card to come out. A card to represent the possibilities of October 2023 for pile number 3. A card to represent the possibilities of October 2023 for pile number 3. A card to represent the possibilities. Here we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. At the back of the deck we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, but I'm not looking at the back of the decks for those readings today. So let's see. The month of August. By the way, sometimes the energy still flows into the next month. So if it sounds more like something that is happening now in September, it's probably because it's still connected and going on. So the card that we got was the 8 of Wands for August. So things have been hectic in August 2023 for you, pile number 3. Maybe there were a lot of things happening at the same time, or if this was projects or things that you were doing, things were just picking up speed because of I think this is a cheetah or a jaguar, I'm not sure. But things were happening fast. At the same time, a lot going on in August. Probably you didn't get rest. It could also have been that the energy was just really fast paced, and things were happening like I don't know, what is it called when you flick your fingers like this? I forgot it. But either way, it was just happening. You thought it, here it was. Like, you wanted to do something, it was done. In fast. So like, you also had enough energy to push through those things in a good way. It doesn't feel like the things that happened was entirely bad. So the month of September now is represented by the 6 of Swords, and because of the imagery we have here on this card, we see a butterfly that is coming out of the cocoon. Looks like you've went through a transformation and now you are coming out of the cocoon, totally transformed, different person, different beliefs or energy even, and you left those things from the past behind. After the transformation that you did, you left the cocoon and your caterpillar phase behind and are moving forward and probably not looking back to it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit tired today. But yeah, you've went probably through a transformation. You left the things that are not serving you anymore behind, and you're just moving forward to a new set of mindset, because it's the sword. Sword talks about mind, thoughts, and beliefs. So you change your beliefs, your thought pattern. You went through a transformation in the mind, and you're leaving what was behind, and now you are implementing those new things in your life. So then the first week of October, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in reverse. So this could be you and someone else that are being represented, or this could be you and you have two different sides. Hold on, there is some more things that need to be hidden. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone that is grounded. She loves nature and animals, as you can see that she is stroking. This looks like an Aries. She's stroking its horn, looking really lovingly to the animal. There is, what is it? Either, I think it is a plum tree or cherry tree that is in full blossom. She is abundant. She has enough resources available to her. And I'm hearing I need to read the guidebook for this, for this particular setting. Wow. then I shall do it as I've been said. The Queen of Pentacles is a mature feminine energy who is the prototypical Mother Earth. She is an excellent provider in every sense of the word. The Queen of Pentacles is a reminder that no matter how alone you feel, there is someone behind the scenes rooting for you and actively working to see you thrive. Or perhaps you are the one investing your time and energy into caring for others. If so, don't forget to extend the same effort to yourself. Upright meanings a mature feminine energy who is either a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Mother Earth, nurturing, supportive, pragmatic. And there is always a little poem with the cards. I'm going to read that out as well. All that I have, I give freely to you. It is the duty of the old to provide for the new. Then it would make sense that if you are a mother, then you are represented as the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords is your child. So the Page of Swords in reverse. This card may indicate someone who is either too gullible, regurgitating false information, or refusing to listen to others' perspectives. Up, the energy is masculine because of the air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Reversed, the card is all talk, no action, unreliable, narrator, intellectual, posturing, prone to exaggeration, pretentiousness, overanalyzing, conman. The poem is, I wander for words and for knowledge I lust, yet in my hands for the truth I must learn to distrust. So it looks like you pay attention to younger men or even female that have more of a masculine energy to them. Of someone that is all talk and no action. They may not say things that they mean, so they could be lying. So pay attention and listen to your intuition. I think you'll be able to tell when someone's lying or not. And if you have just still a distrust, then trust that. If you cannot fully 100% trust something someone said, then you should probably not. Just as an advice if you are unsure. But yeah, this is interesting. I think, hold on. I want to get more information about that. Let me get... could I get a clarifier for the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in reverse? What is this talking about? What is this talking about with the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in reverse with regards? What has this to do with the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords? The Seven of Cups flew out in reverse, even though I read this deck totally upright. So it flew out and turned itself in reverse. I'm going to read this one out of the guidebook that I have for the Rider-Waite-Smith, what was it? Meanings. The Seven of Cups in reverse. So trigger warning, I don't know what is going to come out while reading this, so pay attention. So reverse meaning. Reverse the Seven of Cups is a good omen. It indicates that the seeker has made or will make, depending on where the card is positioned, in the spread. A decision supportive of delayed gratification. The card affirms that the seeker, in this case you my viewer, is moving in the right direction and is closer to accomplishing his or her goal. When the Seven of Cups appears in reverse, the seeker is someone who was offered many appealing materially pleasurable paths such as fame, fortune, etc. But the seeker has refused those paths and seeks something greater out of life. Compare the Seven of Cups in reverse is preparing the seeker for the journey ahead, indicating in the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about the abandonment of material pleasure to seek a higher plane of spiritual consciousness. The reversed keywords of the Seven of Cups in reverse. The meanings are determination, decision, purpose revealed. Purpose? What is this? Well, either way, I think you have the eyeball and made the right decision, and are going to make the right decision in the first week of October, whatever the situation is trying to show. Maybe it is someone that is offering something to you as the Page of Swords in reverse, but you make the right decision as to not trust the fairy tale the other person is telling you. And you are preparing yourself to abandon whatever came up with the Eight of Cups, as it was telling in the guidebook. So the second week of October we have the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So we have a pair. We have the Queen here and the King here. So the masculine, feminine energy here. The reading. Okay. Hold on. I need to read this out of the guidebook. The King of Pentacles, The King of Pentacles is a strong masculine energy who is the paradigm of wealth, stability, and discipline. They are as generous as they are wise and industrious. They are likely a father figure or financial benefactor of some kind. The King may also suggest that you are in the final stages of fulfillment of a project, business, or investment. Upright, the mature, masculine, feminine, because earth signs are feminine energies, if I remember correctly. I know for me the fire signs and the air signs are masculine, and water sign and the earth sign are more on the feminine side of the yin-yang spectrum. So who is either Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, financial stability, generous, sound business decisions, strong work ethic, persistent benefactor. And the poem is, I'll share my wealth with you if that is what you desire. But know it is wisdom, not wealth, that builds a lasting empire. So it looks like what I'm taking from the first week to the second week is that this probably man, as the Page of Swords, that is all talk and no thing, you are going to abandon this person. If this is talking about a relationship, could be a project or something else, and you are going to walk away from it because you made the decision that this is not good for you. And then will appear the King of Pentacles, that is surely a partner with the Queen of Pentacles, who is generous, has good work ethics, has wisdom, stability, and can help you out. We have also the Wheel of Fortune, so the wheel is turning, so what was up will come down and what was down will come up. So if you have been going through some hard times, those hard times are going to pass, and things are going to look brighter now. And if things have been really bright, you were on the epitome of things, the same thing will happen. You are going to find yourself facing some challenges, but those challenges are there for you to grow as a person and as an individual. So I was hearing fate, so this may be something that was fated to happen. Whatever it is that is going to happen. And I'm going to read the Knight of Cups in reverse out of the guidebook as well. The Knight of Cups. However, like most romantics, the Knight may not always be the most realistic or even mature person. As such, in its reverse position, the card warns against being too influenced by flattery and empty gestures and putting partners on a pedestal. Reverse, the dandy, all show no follow through. Well, it appears that the Page of Swords is coming back. Doesn't have to be. Pretentious, overly flirtatious, promiscuous, someone prone to jealousy or moodiness, unrealistic expectation. It says here, I will win your heart and cut down your foes, but whether it's for you or for me, nobody really knows. So, as well, pay attention, and if this partner that is coming up in the second week, don't put them on a pedestal. They are humans. They have flaws as well. They have their shadow side too, as we all have. And I'm also hearing that I should also read this from the Rider-Waite-Smith meanings. The Knight of Cups in reverse, I mean. The Knight of Cups in reverse, there may be feelings of discouragement. The Knight of Cups in reverse could also indicate someone who is out of touch with reality. The seeker is, in this case you, could be overly emotional, feeling withdrawn from the world, or being lazy and idle. Could also indicate a young male in the seeker's life who embodies the qualities of the Knight of Cups, but who has a negative impact or influence on the seeker's current situation. The Knight cards are about action, and when the Knight of Cups appears in reverse, the seeker is withholding from taking the necessary action in a particular relationship. The Knight of Cups in reverse is all about not fully expressing how you feel to another and keeping your feelings about someone to yourself. So, the characteristics that was talked about is in the part of the upright meaning. So, the Knight of Cups is charming young man of high intelligence. He possesses great people skills. He inspires and motivates others. The fish on his tunic are emblematic of faith and Jesus Christ. I'm not sure if this was the intention of Rider-Waite when he made his deck. He is romantic, sensitive, a dreamer, someone with lofty thoughts. The Knight of Cups is usually skilled in the arts, very social and charismatic on the outside, but on the inside his feelings are easily hurt and he does not take criticism well. He sees the world through poetry and beauty and more. The keywords for the reverse card is this encouragement, ennui, unmotivated discomfiture, whatever ennui exactly is. Let me, because I don't know this, so I'm going to Google it. Maybe it for myself in German. Boredom. Okay. Another way of saying boring and boredom. Okay. Thanks. So this was for the second week. Third week of October, there's a sense of unbalance. You may be juggling a lot at the same time, like you have a lot of projects going on and you are working towards all of those projects, and there is an unbalancing happening. Like you are not focusing on one only and finishing that one. You are working on many at the same time, and it feels like the effort is half-assed in all the projects and not really fulfilling. So my advice for the third week, not coming from the cards, is put in priorities. What needs to be finished first? Do that, and then do the others that the priority is not big enough. And if you need help, ask for help. There are people that are surely going to help you out if you need someone to take over something from you. And you don't have to do this alone. I am being reminded of in the Dark Heart Tarot, the 10 of Wands imagery is there is a person that is holding a globe on his shoulder, and on the globe you have the 10 wands. There is this Greek mythology of I don't know, I always forget his name. Atlas is holding the world on his shoulder, and you don't have to hold the world on your shoulder. You don't have to take on projects and problems from others. They are not yours to carry. You carry your own baggage and stuff. So if you can give on problems to others, like for example, if you are married and have children, or if you are married, if you have been juggling your work, household, and whatever else there is the need, ask your husband or your wife, depending who is watching, to help you out with the household. Like you do laundry, the other person does the dishes. One cooks, the other does the dishes. Someone cleans the bathroom, the other person cleans the bedroom, so that you do things half, so that you don't have to do everything on your own. That's already some weight that is being lifted from your shoulders. Then we have for the fourth week of October, my brain is currently not functioning. It's a bit on the sleepy side. So, the Hangman in reverse. Its shadow self indicates self-pity, martyrdom, and a willful ignorance or refusal to acknowledge other perspectives. The reversed keywords are martyrdom, feeling trapped, stagnation, impulsiveness, indecision, unhelpful or counterproductive struggle, negative life patterns, avoiding a problem, delay, loss of faith, hopelessness, resigned to failure or negativity. So things are stagnant and probably because of this stagnancy, you are going to be prone to fall into negative thought patterns and behavior. So if this happen, as an advice to move the energy within your body again, and to get your head out of those thoughts. Move your body, do some sports, dance, do yoga, something where you focus solely on your body and not on your thoughts. The poem is trapped and tangled, stumped and vexed. What was up is now down, and I'm quite perplexed. Yet here a thought that is this way comes. There is more to a part than the whole of its sums. To struggle and wreath is no way to see. One must be calm and collected if they seek to be free. That's why the possibilities of the month of October is the Eight of Swords in reverse. It says here in the guidebook even, hold on. In reverse, this card can indicate that you feel a sudden release. You are finally able to escape mental imprisonment. Reverse, an open mind, release from mental imprisonment, a fresh perspective, open to new opportunities, breakthroughs, optimism. So the possibilities for you is to come out of this stagnant and thought pattern that is not serving you. If you try different things out to get yourself out of the pattern and that you have been going through. That is quite nice that we have this possibility. So let's go to the first oracle deck to get some more information. This oracle deck I'm putting in like this to see what other themes are highlighted in the month of October and what else would be important in October for you. Pile number 3. So please spirit guides, what other themes are highlighted in the month of October for pile number 3? What other themes are there in the month of October for pile number 3? What else does pile number 3 need to know about October 2023? What themes are there for pile number 3? It's October. What other themes are important in October 2023 for pile number 3? Woof. They came out with a bang. Letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. So there is a need for you to let go of something. To grab the wisdom and the lessons that you've learned from the pain, but you don't have to feel the pain again. Most of the time is after you've learned a lesson of going through something, it will not happen again because you've learned the lesson, you've mastered it, you have the wisdom taken from it, so the pain you felt during the first time will not come up again. It's of course it also means that you need to feel the pain that came through it and grieving, and this is all a part of the process of letting go. Letting go doesn't happen from one day to another. It takes time and progress to let something old go that doesn't serve us anymore. So yeah, this is one of the things. What else is important? Study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. So if you want to study something in October, it looks like you have the capacity to study what you've been thinking of. So a good month to study something new or something you already are studying and you want to study it in more depth. What other theme of October, then we have safe travel. You probably could be traveling. Keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. With the master number 22, we have 36. That reduces to a 9 and a 6. So a 9, for me, personally, I believe in completion, ending of a cycle. 6 I don't know, and 22 also I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not a numerologist. So what else is highlighted as a theme in October for pile number 3? What else is highlighted as a theme? So those are the last. We have knowledge. Let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of ancestors flow. You could receive some information from your ancestors through signs or dreams and gain the knowledge from them. Where was the wisdom here? With maybe learning something on how to let go of some sort of thing. And then we have glamour. Into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. So looks like you are also going to see different possibilities in the month of October. We had this with the 7 of Cups. In the first week that you had a lot of possibilities and options, but you decided to take on one that is true to you. And we have again a 6 with 15 reduces to a 6. Then at the back of the deck we have grace. Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. So grace and the blessing are going to come to you, and they are going to set you free from something. And we had this a little bit at the end of October, that there is the possibilities for you to free yourself from something. It could be your thought patterns that you are trying to change and free yourself from the negative self-talk or something along those lines. To the next oracle deck. What else does pile number 3 need to know about October 2023? Any advices for pile number 3? Any other messages for pile number 3 about October 2023? Anything else pile number 3 needs to know about October 2023? Please regards. Anything else that pile number 3 needs to know about October 2023? Any other messages for pile number 3? Any other messages for pile number 3 about October 2023? Any advices? Anything that pile number 3 needs to know about October 2023? So those are the cards. At the back of the deck we have cleansing, releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. So yeah, you are going through a releasing of the old, letting go. Your energy is also transforming, as we had with the butterfly on the 6 of Swords. And this will help you go through new beginnings, and new beginnings are possible because you're releasing the old. Then we have Ride the Waves, life lessons and growth. You will get through this. I'm going to read that one out of the guidebook because I don't know the meaning of this card yet. Stagnant waters, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow and change. So you are going to feel stagnant with, well, we had this with the Hanged Man here. But stagnancy means there is a need to change some things up, to make some shifts so that you can go back into the state of flow. There is something making you feeling stagnant. If it has been a routine that you've kept on for too long and it is not anymore in alignment with you, try to change it a little bit. Try to take a different route when you go to work or when you come back from work, taking a different street to your destination. It doesn't have to be something big that needs to change. You can start it slowly, like in the morning. Instead of the first thing you do when you wake up on looking on your phone is, for example, waking up and stretching yourself first, your whole body, then maybe drinking some water or going to the toilet, and then make coffee or tea or whatever you drink in the morning, and then look at your phone if you have any messages. Like, it doesn't have to be those big changes. It can be something little, and this little already helps with getting yourself into the flow and having a different outcome. Then we have Lady of the Lake. New beginning, something is about to happen. So the new beginnings from the cleansing card and the new beginnings of the Lady of the Lake are different. The cleansing card means that you are letting go of something old. It could be a way of being, and you are entering this new beginning of someone else that has maybe different interests. Like for example, myself, I've started watching anime like in a destructive way when I was around 14 to 15 years old. It's already 10 years. Has been already 10 years. And I've binge watched it for a good 5 years to 6 years. And it would only change if I would go to YouTube to see something else there, like Let's Plays, people gaming, or things related to the anime that I was looking at. But somehow along the way, this didn't resonate with me anymore after 2020, when I was starting to work on myself and to look at things that are cutting off my time that were not helpful. So I replaced it with something else, but I'm still working. It's a process of getting out of all this stuff. So I am going through letting go of the old and figuring out what new things could replace it in a healthy method. But Lady of the Lake, new beginning, something is about to happen. This is an outside source that is happening that will lead you to a new beginning, an opportunity that will come from outside to you and open up this new beginning. The cleansing that we had is you creating yourself a new beginning from inwards, and this is from outside. So now write the waves. I'm going to read this one. You're most definitely living right now. And while you may be experiencing challenges in your life, they're shaping you into who you'll be someday soon. Just as strong winds that blow consistently over the ocean transfer energy to water to generate waves, the same happens when we feel the pressures of life knocking on our door. Life's pressures and challenges invite us to transform in the process. They can cause calm seas to gain momentum and waves to form. While at the time it can feel overwhelming, our true character is born through these usually unexpected changes that life delivers. Our experiences shape us. The most compassionate people in the world are the ones who know the real depths of life. The ones who have the capacity to understand us are those who have been through their own choppy waves. The ones who are able to hold us when we feel most out of our depth are those who have been through it themselves. Be like the surfer, and instead of reacting to the waves or seeing them as things to be avoided, choose to respond. And when possible, see if you can find a way to ride those waves all the way to the shore. There may be times when you fall off your boat, but you'll meet fellow surfers who are riding their own waves back to themselves. Something to reflect upon. Make a journal entry if you want to. The questions: how can you respond to the waves of your life instead of reacting to them? And how can you let the transformation happen? So now to our last oracle deck that I am pretty sure going to be also reading from the guidebook, just to end on a cozy note. Just to end on a cozy note, I find it cozy reading from guidebooks. Quite relaxing as well. So, please read that. What last messages do you have for pile number 3 about October 2023? What last messages do you have for pile number 3 about October 2023, Spirit Guide? What else does pile number 3 need to know about October 2023? Last messages for pile number 3 about October 2023, please, Spirit Guides. Any last messages? Anything else pile number 3 needs to know about October 2023 to end this reading? Any last messages for pile number 3? Anything else they need to know about October 2023? Confirming messages or advices? What else does pile number 3 need to know about October? Please, Spirit Guide. Why? Not this deck. Okay, which one? Hold on a second. For you, pile number 3, there is another deck that has messages. It's not the one I wanted to use. So let me see which oracle deck is for pile number 3 with messages. Okay. So you will get, different from the other two groups, you will get messages from this oracle deck here. So, what messages does pile number 3 need to know about October 2023? What does pile number 3 need to hear for October? Here we have. I'm going to get you a bit more. What else can pile number 3 know? Anything else for pile number 3's October? Is this everything? Yeah. Okie dokie. So we have at the back of this deck we have freedom. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. Then we have wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual life. Yeah, challenges are here for you to expand and grow. They are not here to block you off. They are just lessons that need to be learned. Then you also have strength. Was it you, pile number 3, that you chose the strength card from the Children of Letha? Strength here. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. Patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. Then advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the strings of your heart. Again, listen to your heart and your intuition. It is guiding you. And last but not least, we have guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. So your spirit guides are telling you you're not alone. They are guiding you and helping you out. Even if you don't see, hear, or feel them, they are around. Same as to me. I sometimes don't feel my guides around me as well. And then I think, well, I'm alone, but they aren't. I'm just too focused on different things to be able to perceive them. And sometimes they also step a little bit back and let us do what we want to do for us to learn life and on earth. So, pile number 3, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that you like this. I hope it could help you out, sending you much strength, and you can do this and overcome whatever is coming towards you or whatever you are going through right now. You can do this. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!